6:51. We do have some breaking updates just in as we start our Sunrise Smart Start for this Friday. A young woman is accused of driving drunk and crashing into a guardrail in downtown Rochester at the Inner Loop in Eastman. Here's some new video from that scene where state troopers responded just before 2:30 this morning. They just told us the driver ran off the road on University, hit the curb, then ended up on the Inner Loop where she slammed into the barrier. The 22-year-old and a woman with her were taken to the hospital, both expected to recover from their injuries. The driver has already been formally charged with DWI. There are many fears that keep growing this Halloween around the country for millions of families who could lose access to federal food support beginning as early as midnight. This is all due to the government shutdown and talks happening there. For more on all those developments, we have Aran Spitzer joining us here live in studio. Aran.
Brennan, the Senate adjourned yesterday and won't meet again until Monday, extending the government shutdown until at least its 34th day, which would match the longest funding lapse in U.S. history. Amid the stalemate, Governor Kathy Hochul declared a food emergency in New York State, announcing $65 million in emergency food assistance will be made available statewide, in addition to the $41 million allocated earlier this week. Some 3 million New Yorkers rely on the federal benefits and may have to turn to local food pantries, shelters, and other community organizations for help. Overnight, President Trump doubled down, pushing Republicans to play what he's calling a Trump card, sidestepping the Senate's filibuster rule, requiring 60 votes so they can pass a bill to reopen the government. The president also railed against the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, demanding that Democrats fix it, despite proposing for years he had a solution.
There is one way out of this, the easy way, the obvious way, and that is for the Democrats to do their job and vote for the CR.
This is not a fight for Democrats or Republicans. It's a fight for the American people. And we're going to stand on the side of the health care of the American people.
In addition to SNAP and WIC, Head Start early childhood programs around the country are also expected to be affected by a lapse in federal funding tomorrow. 25 states have sued to force the federal government to continue paying food assistance benefits from an emergency contingency fund, with a federal judge set to rule soon. Brennan?
That is the big story we'll be following all day. Aran, thank you for that. Your Sunrise traffic here 5 minutes ago until 7. We'll have more about the forecast in a moment as you see the view from our camera and the autofocus with the raindrops trying to see through from our Greater Rock Sky Eye over the west side. Just gives you an image of some of the conditions we'll be dealing with. Right now, though, our map is green, not just because of the radar and some of the drizzle we have out there, but so far, no accidents, heavy delays around the metro. As we look ahead, champions could be crowned tonight in Game 6 of the World Series. The Blue Jays won 2 in a row in Los Angeles this week, including Game 5. So Toronto has a 3-2 lead over the Dodgers. The series tonight is back in Canada for Game 6 and 7 tomorrow if needed. If the Dodgers are going to extend the series, they've got the right guy up on the mound this evening. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was great in Game 2, throwing his second straight complete game in the playoffs as he kept the Blue Jays offense to a single run. First pitch, as we'll be watching there from Rogers Center, is just after 8 o'clock. It is a big test for the Bills Sunday hosting Kansas City. In the last 9 meetings, Buffalo has a 4-1 edge in the regular season games. But as we know, in the playoffs, the Chiefs are 4-0. The players say they know this rivalry all too well, and while they do treat it as just another game, the matchup does bring up just a little bit more, and we'll see it all Sunday on News 8. Bills Kickoff Live getting you going on the Rochester First streaming app at 11, on your TV at 11:30, and then kicking off at 4:25. Final check here, this Halloween forecast.
Yeah, that's right. So many focusing on this. I just poked my head outside. You don't see anything on radar, but there's a drizzle. It's a firm drizzle out there right now, and that will probably only pick up in intensity through this afternoon. Prepare for that. The wind advisories and the clock change. Kind of not the prettiest weekend for you.
We'll have more updates coming your way, 7:25. Also, 9 o'clock on our Friday edition of Second Cup of Sunrise with a special guest who might be in full costume.
Ooh.
We will see you there at 9. Enjoy your Halloween, everybody, and the start of November. We'll see you back here Monday.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.